And we are live. How is everybody doing, guys? Hope you're doing fantastic today, Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We currently created a small little local double top on the lower time frames. Do we have enough steam to come to go to the upside? Are we very much near a topping zone? We are going to be analyzing the technical analysis, guys, in today's episode and analyze, what could be the next possible move, good levels of support, resistance. Do we have enough steam here to get continuation to the upside? There is some technical factors that I want to talk about this structure that we have been forming throughout the last few weeks, now coming to the highs from August. Very three-wave momentum. It looks like that the pump that we had yesterday is just not pushing throughout the last 24 hours and is not gaining too much steam. So could we be seeing this local double top as the topping range? All right, I think it's an acceptable swing short scenario, basically entering at the highs. But we're going to talk about internally also the levels of support that need to hold where we could be getting a major bounce. What is disturbing as well when we do count this three-wave structure here, looking at the chart from the lows created on the 6th of September, we do have very three-wavy move. There's no doubt that this has been the largest and longest corrective structure that we've had throughout this impulse throughout the last few weeks. And when we take a look at the Fibonacci extension, we can see that we are basically at the one-to-one extension exactly as we claiming these highs and as we getting to the 7/8 Fibonacci from this zone. So, price is getting a bit of choppiness at this area. There is a lot of resistance. It makes sense based on the timing, the extension, the 7/8 Fibonacci, just testing the highs here. This is a kind of high that you want to blast through. You want to break through it like there's no tomorrow and pump several $1,000s. You don't want to hit the level and start dancing around at the level, not getting any buying pressure at this level. That is, definitely very alarming to see here on the price of Bitcoin as we are hitting some extensions, the 7/8 fib. We got that 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern, not the best looking one, just because of this high being a little bit too high, close to the 7/8. But the timing, it's very symmetrical. It's very disturbing to see, without a doubt, this three-wave structure here. And if we would have broken out successfully, I would have wanted to see the price, getting to 67, 68K, right? If we are going to be that bullish in this level and not dance around as we hitting these resistance zones. Overall, we'll be doing some technical analysis on the price of Bitcoin, but also we'll be taking a look at some altcoins. I want to take a look at with you some low cap cryptocurrencies that I do see a big major opportunity. Of course, they are the big ones that can get you a 2-3x, but these small cap coins that are at rock bottom levels, I am looking at 5 even to 10x at least for the next coming months or even weeks, guys. Some of them that haven't even been pumping just yet. Of course, we need to be always aware of the danger of where we at right now with Bitcoin, okay? We've had a massive few weeks. September has been incredibly bullish, all right? We're probably going to even close September the most bullish month since the creation of Bitcoin. Well, I mean, we got the data here from 2013, the early days when it started trading. But since 2013, for the moment, there's still a few days to close. All right. There's still a few days to close September, but it's up 11%. We've never seen this ever. Right. We just got about 3-4 days to close September, and it will be the most bullish month closed. All right. Throughout the last, decade, over a decade, right? Since 2013. Make sure to destroy the like button, guys. Only 3 likes. Likes is lagging, guys. Make sure to absolutely destroy it. We're going to take a look at some altcoins to see if we can find some major opportunities. I know a lot of people must be talking about AI, RWA, big altcoins that have over 100 million market capitalization, but we're going to go like deep into the rabbit hole and spot those that have extremely low caps, all right, that can give you those real really good X's, right? So we'll be taking a look at that throughout this live stream. Make sure to smash up the like button. Let me know if you can hear me, you can see me. Yes, all good. We've got a drum and bass in the background, and I'm going to go quickly through the comment section, and then we're going to start with the Bitcoin technical analysis, higher time frame, slightly lower time frame as well, to analyze the levels and the waves, and basically the confluence zones where we could bounce, where we could reject. For the moment, we do have a small little failed auction kind of scenario here, which is, it is an acceptable short trade without a doubt. It's something that we've been mentioning in the Legends trading community. We got a bit of a wick movement here. Always acceptable, higher time frame, double top. I think we mentioned this on the live stream. This is more for like a swing short, right? If this is the top, you're looking at risking very small amounts, okay? Price is still extremely bullish, still forming insane higher lows. We could be just forming another higher low in this zone, which we are locally at support. I'm in a hedge long position from the possible swing short possibility, right? Because if this short does end up being the top and we're getting a massive corrective move throughout the next coming days, whether you want to be in the highest level possible, managing risk very well. But overall, the market is still very, very bullish. Despite that we've hit this high, despite that we've created a small little double top here, we're still forming bullish momentum. We are actually at the VWAP zone. VWAP here, slightly under it, but we're maintaining higher low support. So overall, the price is still very bullish locally, despite it did not successfully break out the highs from yesterday, which is always an acceptable short position, managing risk very, very well. So let's go through the comment section, say hello to the beautiful community. I want to go and focus on the higher time frame just to make you understand where we at the moment. And first of all, comment section, say hello to Aditya, my brother. Thanks for joining the stream. Aloha. 𝗲𝗍, how are you doing? My altcoin long from yesterday isn't doing so well. Which altcoin is that? Which altcoin? 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫. Yeah, we can take a look at some meme coins as well. 𝗕𝗶_Labs. 𝗕𝗶_Labs is an interesting one. This is one that I want to talk about also, guys. Poker. Definitely the gambling industry in crypto is a big thing. 𝗕𝗶_Labs. This is one that I heard many years ago, just a couple of years ago. I think it was launched either in 22 or 23, if I'm not mistaken. But it basically launched at the beginning stages of the bear market or the end of the bull market. And you know that when crypto launches, when everything is hyped up, you need to be careful with all of those new projects that are launching when everything's just gone through the roof, right? Because that means that the top is very, very much close. And 𝗕𝗶_Labs got a devastating correction, obviously, because it launched just at the peak of the bull run, basically. But yeah, about this one, I think, I did see a lot of people talking about 𝗕𝗶_Labs. It is a mid-low cap. It is more of a mid cap, over 100 million. I would say it's already starting to be mid cap. I like to call low cap coins under the 50 million, right? 30 million, 10 million, even 2-3 million is ideal, right? But yeah, 𝗕𝗶_Labs seems like a pretty solid project, and I haven't done much research on this one, but yeah, this is the kind of one that could maybe do a 5x, potentially a 10x in the bull run, go to 1-2 billion. But yeah, I haven't done much research on this one, but I know it's a pretty solid project. Don't forget to hit the like button, says Royal. Yes, sir. You got that damn right. Faris, the 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern right wing is looking to work out choppiness on the top. Yes, it is. There is choppiness here. There is, for a proper 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern, you would want to retrace to the 618 Fibonacci. Okay, you would want to see it at the 618. I have to say that this did not quite reach the 78, so we're going to give it a valid count for this 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern. But yeah, basically we are getting the 7-8, and it's extremely symmetrical, I have to say. So now is the moment of choppiness, right? Like hitting the highs. If you want to get into a short, you need to really just look for the double tops, right? Because obviously scalp longs in this uptrend as we retrace is in your advantage, right? If you are going to speculate on any short position like me, I'm going to be looking at trying to get into the failed auction, swing failure pattern. I'm looking to hedge against that possible swing short, right? So yeah, basically you want to get into those double top scenarios and obviously look for long positions as well. As you're retracing to very good support zones. We're getting a little bit of a bounce now as we speak, as we're getting supported here. Oh, we got some news. My bad. We got some news just now. We got some news. We had personal income, which is slightly lower than expected. Personal income, core PCE price index, also slightly lower than expected. This news has just launched right now. We are getting a bit of a pump on the S&P 500. Got a bit of that news volatility coming in right now. You know, this is a high impact news that has just been launched, and we are seeing a little bit of a pumpy action right now as we're getting this news. The dollar index is just about to break down from this major support. It would be absolutely epic for Bitcoin markets to continue to the upside, but we've been testing these lows from August throughout from last year, from December throughout the entire month of August and September, and it just does look like it just wants to break down, which will obviously be good for the markets and Bitcoin and crypto in general. So getting a bit of a pump right now from this news. S&P 500 getting a little bit of a leg here to the upside as well, so that's giving a little bit of a bullish reaction. 12 likes, says Faris. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, the deal here about getting into a swing short is you need to be very, very selective at the highs, manage risk. We're pumping right now. Price is pumping. The question is, will we manage to backtest as well? I mean, if we do get insane bearish CVD divergence, which could be the case, well, we're not pumping that much here regarding many longs entering. So there's no CVD divergence, bearish CVD divergence on the formation here. But it would be nice if we were to get some very crazy long position, if we were to get some very crazy long positions here entering, and then we form higher highs on CVD, we could definitely see the possibility of backtesting that pivot. Okay, the pivot high from yesterday, hit the 61878 only if we were to create bearish CVD divergence. And yeah, in a very strong uptrend, you just don't want to risk it. When we're so strong in an uptrend, I only want to look at double tops, right? I only want to get into a short only if we reject from yesterday's highs, for example. Obviously, in an uptrend from today, I would really not speculate on any swing failure patterns here. I would rather look to get into aggressive longs at the support in this uptrend momentum. So yeah, if we were to test the highs here, I would say that Bitcoin probably is going to get a breakout. This would not be a good swing failure pattern. The good swing failure pattern was here from yesterday's highs. If we come up here to this level, I mean, it could be, right? And you end up forming a wedgie structure here. It could be that you could get some liquidity and reject and fail to break out again. It could happen without a doubt. It could be a possibility. We're just going to have to see how we break through that level in the next coming minutes, possibly, right? So I would expect the price to smash through. I mean, if we are going to test those highs, I would expect the price to actually follow through and have an attempt to get above 66K and head up to $67,000. Now that is going to be very interesting. That is where we coming up here to the resistance of this channel. There's many ways that you can get this channel with lower highs. You got the daily time frame, just counting the body of the candle, the wicks. You got this high, you got this one, you got this one. You know, there's a bit of a range, but overall, this is where we have been continuing to get lower highs, which with this trend line would be round about the 68,000, right? $68,000 range, which is possible that it could get a reaction. I mean, that's where we do have the 0.88 Fibonacci. 0.88 Fibonacci, if we were to get up there in the next few days, couple of days, you got lower high resistance, 0.88. But we just very, very bullish. The market is just absolutely ripping. It does not want to, you know, it's just testing the highs, correcting, then back up again. So, you know, it's just no big proper retracement. This is like full on hyped rally, and it doesn't look like it wants to stop unless it double tops finally from you know, a local pivot high. You know, that's the only speculation that I want to get into a short position, right? I'm keeping it simple for any shorts. For any swing shorts, it's going to be either double top or no short at all, okay? Speculating on a lower high on an uptrend is just extremely dangerous. You're just ripping out, testing the highs. You might as well get into long positions on the retracements to technical levels, right? To technical levels. In this case, you had the VWAP, all right? Dancing around at the VWAP. You had higher low support from the momentum that we've had throughout the last 24 hours, which does look like it could get that bounce and test the highs. The back test here from yesterday's highs, I have to say, in this strong uptrend market, for me, it is not worth it. It is not worth a back test right now in the very, very strong bullish market, especially if we do not get bullish CVD divergence, which we're just about to get them. I mean, let's take a look here at the long positions entering. Yeah, not too powerful. Looking at the delta, it does look a bit retail, but it could kick in and we're going to start getting 10 million, 20 million. Open interest going up here with this pump, but just a few million. Nothing too aggressive, nothing too exciting. But that could kick in. That could definitely kick in. And you know, if we do get suddenly looking at the CVD just absolutely skyrocketing, right, and seeing tens of millions of dollars entering here into the market, well, that's going to be whale movements, which they want the price to go to higher levels. For the moment, yeah, we do have some bearish CVD divergence, ever so slightly, but we do have some bearish CVDs. But it's, you know, it's an extremely risky back test in this very strong uptrend market. You know, I wouldn't count on it too much. We're just absolutely ripping throughout the last few days, and yeah, it's just not going to be an easy. Yeah, it's not an easy decision. You know, I would say that even higher levels is possible. And if we do test the highs from early this morning, I would really expect the price to just push through, to just get follow through. I mean, could you get another rejection? I mean, it is getting choppy at this zone. Eh? It is getting a bit choppy when we zoom out and we analyze where we at, which is at the 7/8 Fibonacci from this pivot high, pivot low, where we are getting the kind of a reaction. But it's probably building up. It's building up just to follow through and push to the upside to go to 66, 67K in the next coming minutes and hours, right? Maybe Friday is going to end up bullish. We do have the S&P 500 getting a nice leg up here with the news that has just been launched. So it looks like we're just, you know, we're potentially going to rip through. This is a very, very risky in my opinion back test to speculate that this has been the top. Market is overall extremely bullish. There's no real sign of weakness. A double top is not a sign of weakness till you actually start breaking down major support levels, right? So the thing about these double tops, swing failure patterns, you need to break structure. You got a epic entry with good risk management. However, till you do not break some major levels of support and you continue the uptrend market, it is just speculation that it could be the top. You know, you need to get get the support being broken, and if it's not broken, then obviously you're looking for the highs to be taken again in the uptrend momentum. So yeah, for the moment, very risky. If we come up to the highs, I would really expect the price of Bitcoin to break through. To be honest, I would expect it to actually smash through the highs. But yeah, could it end up in another double top? You're forming a little bit of a wedgie structure. I wouldn't, there's a lot of bullish sentiment out there. There's a lot of buying frenzy. I think we're very likely just going to smash through. It might get one quick wick up and down, but it does look like that the momentum could get a breakout. It's just very, very risky short position. There is a lot of bullish news out there that I want to talk about as well. There are some altcoins that I have been buying and I'm willing to buy a little bit more because they just look incredible. Remember, obviously the investment throughout a cryptocurrency bull run is what is going to get you insane amount of gains as well, guys, and that is what we want to talk about. We just been talking about Umbrella yesterday, and Umbrella has already got a really nice pump throughout the last 24 hours of 30%, getting a nice leg here to the upside. A lot of the altcoins, and these are low cap coins. This is a 3.5 million market capitalization. It is an Oracle solution. So once Chainlink and other big oracles are going to take off, this is just going to do a 10-20x easy, in my opinion, right from bottom levels. So this one's up very, very nicely. There is another one that I haven't been adding to this one, but when you do take a look at virtual poker points, which is a poker cryptocurrency, this one's up 53% in the last 24 hours. This one's absolutely ripped. And the one that I am looking to buy in, just going to put $1,000, and we'll do this on the live stream. This one is available, and this is pure speculation, of course. Something that I'll be mentioning on the legends, right? I'm trying to look for those, really low cap coins. And the problem with this one, they haven't been too active. And the market capital, just with $200, you will move the price from this crypto. But what is interesting to see about poker, it had a massive rally here in December, right? January of this year, in January as well. And it went hand on hand with VPP, which is virtual poker points. This did a 10x in a matter of a couple of weeks. It did a 10x literally in just a few weeks. And when you take a look at this price action that started in November to the end of December, this was hand on hand with virtual poker points. When you do take a look at the last year's price action, this also started pumping in November very aggressively, and it got all the way up to making a 10x also as well. A 10x in a matter of a few weeks. Now the situation here is virtual poker points has already got a leg up of 50% throughout the last 24 hours. And what is interesting to see is that this cryptocurrency, which usually goes hand on hand, has pumped a little bit, but not too much just yet. I would expect this one to follow with VPP. I mean, let's take a look at, there's, when we take a look at this one, I mean, this is rock bottom levels, right? There's so many altcoins that are at rock bottom levels, just like Umbrella. I mean, we've been talking about this for the last few weeks as well on live streams. This is back at the lows. This is the kind of crypto that, you know, large cap coins are going to make you a 2x or a 3x, right? Throughout this mini altcoin season, which I don't think the altcoin season is, you know, we're very, very far away from altcoin season just yet. This is just a small little, you know, just a little taster of, you know, prices bottoming out at certain levels. And, you know, yeah, these large cap coins, AI coins, you know, I know a lot of people are talking about these mid cap, high cap coins that can get you a 2, 3, 4x throughout the next coming weeks and months. But these ones that I'm talking about, they either not do anything or get you a 50% pump, you know, a 100% pump, a 2x, and then comes back down. They're very boring. They're very slow. They usually pump after the high cap and mid cap coins pump, you know, after, right? They pump after the high caps coin. Okay, so they're very boring. You might think that a lot of them, okay, some other high cap coins are pumping very aggressively. My altcoin bag is not doing anything. I can already tell you that this one will take off when it needs to take off, and this will not do a 5x or a 10x. This one will absolutely rip and get insane gains after breaking the highs of this massive range of the last 2 years. Once this manages to find the proper accumulation and starts ripping, the next leg up is going to break these highs. And once you break this massive 2-year range, it's going to absolutely fly. It's going to fly. It's, you know, when you see charts that you like, it's unbelievable, it's not credible. Well, you know, this is what is building up on this kind of crypto. So there's VPP that's already getting a little bounce. It's already, you know, got a pump of 50% right now. These are volatile. They're very low cap coins. You can move the market with just a few $100s. So you kind of need to DCA into them, right? Not suddenly put $5,000, because you will pump the market 2x with just $5,000, especially on poker. So it's like slowly DCAing and buying up the bottom formation that is happening. Because if you put $5,000, you will pump the price over 50%. I can tell you that on these low market capitalization coins. So let's there's so many other ones. There's this one that, shout out to 𝗬𝗍𝘆. I'm not sure if 𝗬𝗍𝘆 is around, but 𝗬𝗍𝗆 talked about this one. This one did insane. This is Phantasma. This is in the gaming industry, also building its own L1 blockchain. This is like one that did absolutely crazy pumps in the previous cycle, and it is at rock bottom levels, right? Let's leave it that way. It's below the lows that was created back in October, November of 2023. And what is curious about seeing where we at right now throughout the last couple of months is a very similar formation, especially when you are below the lows, right? You are below the lows here. When you get to a low and you start consolidating like this, it means that the selling pressure throughout the last couple of months, several weeks, is exhausted. You're coming from a very aggressive downtrend. You've tested the lows and the price is bottoming out. It bottoms out, especially after the low of the bear market, right? And this is looking at almost a year. This is from September, October of 2023, and this is from November of 2022. So it's got down to the low of the bear market. It consolidated and it absolutely ripped, right? This one did about a 5-6x throughout this bottom formation. So when you come to analyze this kind of behavior on the chart, you come to the same scenario. You look at the low of the bear market and you analyze the consolidation that is happening below the level, which is extremely similar to what happened right over here. And it's just realizing the price action that is being formed, that the selling pressure has got exhausted. There will be a reaccumulation throughout the, possibly already happening throughout the last few weeks and the next coming weeks, where this is basically going to pop out, and it will do very rapidly and with very, very strong momentum. The question is, will it be today or will it be next month? It's just a matter of being patient, right? And knowing exactly what is a good buy, right? And this for sure is at a very, very good zone and a very good buy. So yeah, I'm really looking to add into Phantasma. I'll do that throughout today and tomorrow, which is, you know, rock bottom levels. It is a really nice low cap cryptocurrency, and it did extremely well. They are still, you know, they are not that active. You know, you always want to take into consideration how active they are in the project and what, you know, what roadmap they do have. But 7 million market cap, absolutely bring it on, right? So Bitcoin pumping, coming up to the highs. Will we smash through the highs? Will it create another pump to the upside, wick, then back down? Let me know, what do you think? What's going on here? Umbrella, my call, Faris. Faris moved the market yesterday with Umbrella. Yeah, he was talking about Umbrella just yesterday, and just in the last 24 hours, it did get a nice pump of 30%. Still very good levels. This is like higher time frame stuff, guys. You know, we are looking at this. This is, look at the baby pump that happened. This is nothing. Of course, 30% pump is a lot when you invested $5,000, for example, right? Or even $1,000. You know, you're making $300 if you've invested $1,000. But this is like really long-term scenario, right? This is looking at some point in the very near future, it's going to absolutely start ripping through, because it's a very active project, and it's going to do great once Chainlink does get the momentum to the upside. Sailor himself shouted, 𝗬𝗂𝗿 out. What is 𝗬𝗂𝗿? 𝗬𝗂𝗿𝗫. What is this? Are you serious? That is this a meme coin? 𝗬𝗂𝗿. A lot of meme coins. I'm not sure this is okay. Yeah, we want to be careful with all of these, you know, meme coins. It's all about community, right? Meme coins is all about community. But I'm very, very skeptical on, yeah, Phantom, great crypto. Phantom is very, very good. Without a doubt, I think Phantom already has passed great levels of accumulation. You know, you should have accumulated throughout the last few weeks. This one's up really nicely, over 50% in the last month. Phantom has been a great buy. I think Phantom will do very, very well in the bull run, just like Avalanche, just like Solana. But it's not going to give you a 10x, right? I think Phantom for a 10x, you would have to smash through all-time high to get that 10x from current price levels. So would have been interesting to buy Phantom the last few weeks at this zone of 40 cents, 30 cents. I mean, we have been talking about these high cap coins, that this was a very good opportunity zone. This nice pullback. I do believe that this is the second wave formation that we've had, and we are building up to start creating the third wave entering into 2025, which can be extremely explosive. The good thing about third waves regarding elite wave theory, they can go to the 2.618 extension, the 3.618 extension, the 4.618 extension. There's really no limit for a third wave, right? And we've seen that on the bull run, right? When bull run kicks off and you get that extremely hyped pump, you the third waves, which I do believe is what we are cooking in right now on a lot of the altcoins, is what will get you that huge explosive move, right? So yeah, if we could definitely speculate that the low is in here for Phantom. And when we take it, I think Phantom is one of them that will likely break all-time high, just like the strong L1 projects, such as Ethereum. Ethereum's going to get to all-time high. Avalanche will reach all-time high. And when we take a look at extension for a third wave, you know, the minimum target zone is kind of the 1.618. This would be coming up to $2. $2 is like a minimum zone where the Phantom is going to hit. And that's already giving you about a 4x from current price levels, almost a 4x from current price levels. If you would have bought the last few weeks, then obviously you're looking at a 5-6x. At least, right, in this bull run. It's like a minimum target zone. Now, the problem is a lot of the altcoins will not manage to reach all-time high, the previous all-time high from the bull run. So it's a zone that I would consider taking profit, because if you have the mentality of I'm not taking profit on some altcoins till it reaches all-time high, there's only one. There's actually two. For me, Bitcoin, I won't take profits till we smash through all-time high. In Chainlink, but there's other ones that I'm happy with a 10x. If I do a 10x on certain altcoins that I've put significant money, I'm happy to withdraw 50% or 60% of the profit and leave a bag, just leave a moon bag, right? For whatever could happen. But if you're targeting all-time highs on altcoins, guys, you could get trapped just like XRP, right? When we take a look at the XRP chart and we analyze the previous cycle, if you were waiting for XRP in the previous bull run in 2021 to reach all-time high, because this is when you're going to start taking profits, then you basically got trapped, right? You got trapped and you had to ride the bear market. And I actually have some friends that bought XRP throughout the previous bear market and did not take any profits at all. They did not take any profits at all. And they rode all the way up the gains, which was just around about a 10x. And they rode it all the way back down. And you kind of stuck in that investment for 5 years right now. Obviously, right now, the best thing that you could do is just wait, right? I'm not. This is a horrible chart. I really don't like this chart. A lot of it. I know XRP Army is saying that we are forming a huge, gigantic uptrend triangle, right? And this is just going to absolutely fly, right? This is just building up a massive multi-year consolidation. This is probably better on the logarithmic, not like this, but overall like this, yeah. Basically building up a huge triangle on the logarithmic. Well, it's something similar that happened here, right? And the leg up, the next leg up is going to be insane, right? That's when you're going to see XRP go to, $10 finally. You could say so. A, B, C, D, E. You could say it's in a multi-year consolidation after the huge pump it had in 2017. This is your only hope, right? That you've formed a triangle consolidation, and it's going to really rip throughout the next 6 to 18 months, bringing you something very similar that happened in 2017. Maybe it's the multi-year consolidation. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of XRP, to be honest. Don't have any XRP in my portfolio. So yeah, we're going to take a look at some other altcoins. But yeah, Umbrella I think is a great bet. I mean, this one's up today 30%, but I'm really not too I'm not a fan. I don't care if it pumps 100% or 200%. These are long-term holds, right? And yeah, Umbrella is a long-term hold without a doubt. Umbrella is pumping really nicely throughout today. It's just getting some pretty decent pumps. It's the moment, guys. If this is like the last opportunity, it's the last opportunity. I realized that the market was going to come back down after the rally that we had in Q1 of this year, saying this is the disbelief rally. It's going to come back down. Chainlink, all of the altcoins, we're going to get a big corrective move, which is going to get a lot of people in disbelief stage. And that will be the second and last, if you didn't buy here. It's just giving you another opportunity, because the next rally that will happen, give or take in the next coming months, 6 or 12, we just really don't want, preferably entering into 2025. It's just going to blow your socks off. It's just going to blow your socks off. So thinking of not buying some of the coins that are actually at rock bottom levels, that have strong fundamentals, strong team, good partnerships, great roadmap entering into 2025. I think it's really the opportunity of a lifetime. Of course, you do not believe it till that happens, right? But when it happens, then you missed out, right? When it happens, people make huge amount of gains buying now, right? But it's a classic, right? It's a classic. There's a very small percentage that is going to make it. And I'm happy to enter cryptocurrency in 2018 in the bear market, realizing and understanding that there will be another cycle. And then obviously it did happen in 2021 and made huge amount of gains because of realizing that, it's going to happen again. Well, we are entering very much into that stage. But it's gonna end up soon in the next coming weeks and months. It's gonna finish because things are gonna start popping out. Those that are new, don't buy this umbrella. We'll stop watching this guy trapping his views. Why trapping views? Hey, what's going on? Why do you think so? This is an extremely active project. It's an Oracle solution. It's one that I have in my portfolio, just sharing what I have. Why wouldn't you buy this? Give me a reason. Why wouldn't you buy it? If you want to buy Render and do a 2x, then you be my guest, right? Be my guest. We're taking a look at multiple different altcoins. They are high risk, without a doubt. They are high risk. Hey, there's always risk on investing, but I'm just making you understand what you see on the chart. That you are at rock bottom levels. The selling pressure has got exhausted. I never told anybody in Q1 of this year to buy anything. I never. And there was a huge amount of crypto influencers in Q1 that were saying, altcoin season, this, that, the other, buy up, and buy this and buy that. And I never said to buy anything in Q1 of March, because we were going to get a pullback, and that is related to the Chainlink chart. I shared the video in the live stream the other day saying, guys, when we were trading slightly beneath $20, I said buy here throughout 2023. This is not a zone that you want to buy in. We are going to get a deep correction, and it's going to take several months. It's just because of the the timing, right? We ain't going to get a massive pump to all-time high. It's going to correct down. This is the first wave of the bull run on a higher time frame, and we are going to get a corrective structure. And obviously with this corrective move, I've been saying, guys, this is a great zone to accumulate throughout the last few weeks and couple of months. This is the moment that you want to DCA very aggressively. I myself have been DCAing very aggressively into my altcoin portfolio throughout the last few weeks. And it's a risk that you want to take, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, got the screw you, random stuff TV. Get lost. Don't buy umbrella, lol. Stop watching this guy. Screw you. Get the heck out of here. Hey Andy, thanks for the analyze always. Stefan, you're very much welcome. Much love to you. Poll US dollar tether, please. Shall we let's take a look at some altcoins here for the community. Much love to you. Right away. Let's take a look at some other altcoins, guys. Chainlink. I have a massive bag of Chainlink. You know what I believe on Chainlink. Let's take a look at these other altcoins as well. Poll US dollar tether. We can take a look at them. Even still, guys, I believe that some corrections are likely going to, hang on a second, what is this one? Polu. Pol US dollar tether. Pol US dollar tether. Yeah, this has to be on DEX tools. It's not here on Tradingview. So it must be a very low market capitalization. I still think it is early, that we're not going to see any massive 5x's, 10x's just yet, guys. Yes, we're going to see some nice pumps of 20, 30, 50%, right? 100% in a couple of weeks. But the proper altcoin season, I think, is going to be heading more and entering into 2025. I do believe October could be great. October, very bullish October throughout the last few years. We know that October is bullish, but it won't be the altcoin season just yet. I think this is still many months away from happening. So it's just a matter of being patient, guys, till we actually get that huge rally. So it's still soon. It's still early. There's nothing going to be popping out very. 𝗬𝗫𝗍. I was a big holder of 𝗬𝗫𝗍 in the past. I used to have this one in my portfolio. And this one did at least reach its previous all-time high from the 2017 bull run. It did not break out successfully. Massive double top. This is why always the all-time high needs to be if you do hit all-time high on some altcoins, especially the ones that have been in the previous cycle, you want to consider taking profits aggressively at that level, right? Leave a little bit of a moon bag just in case it smashes through and gets into price discovery. But @, yeah, I mean, I remember having this one from the previous cycle, and I ended up selling at a 4-5x approximately. And it did a 20x, but I just didn't take the profits on this one. I took profits late. Nevertheless, I did make some gains. But yeah, 𝗬𝗫𝗍, I know 𝗬𝗫𝗍 is like, it's supposed to be like a Bitcoin, where it's digital money. It's not like run on any, it's got its own blockchain, it's proof of work. And the idea of 𝗬𝗫𝗍 is to be solid digital money, like Bitcoin, right? That's the whole game plan for 𝗬𝗫𝗍. I like where it is at the moment. I have to say, you do have a chance here. You want to be, a lot of people say I'm not interested in old cryptocurrencies that are here from the previous cycle, but I had the same thing here in the previous cycle. 𝗬𝗫𝗍 is an old crypto, not buying this. This already had its hype back in 2017 and 18. This is a dead coin. It's the same story. If you understand the charts where you're at and the selling pressure is exhausted, 𝗬𝗫𝗍 did absolutely great. It did over a 20x from rock bottom levels. So, yeah, I mean, of course it is. If you can understand where we're at, it's still a living project. I think this is great accumulation zones. With no doubt, it's back at the bottom levels from last year, and you can understand that the volatility selling pressure has finished here. Yes, it could dump down 20%, but then it's going to pop back up, then back down. It's just that small little volatility that you need to hang on for the next coming weeks till it actually gets the breakout. Once you get the breakout, you're going to be in a very good position. For this to be a losing trade, right? A spot bag trade is not impossible, but it's just the probabilities that you have in gaining in the market now for the next coming months and getting in here throughout these low levels, you just have a very high probability that you will make gains. You will make gains, right? You're buying at the right moment. It's all buying at the right moment. And I couldn't stress it enough, guys. In 2023 on many altcoins, this is the zone to buy. We reaccumulating, we're finding bottom formation, selling pressure has got exhausted, And once we got the first pump throughout Q1, I said, this is not the moment to buy. We are going to get a pullback to the 618 on some altcoins, even down to the 0.88. And even some of them have come back down to the lows. But yeah, it's just rock bottom. This could take many weeks, but it's going to pop at some point. You can't buy something and just like me back in 2018, where you buy some altcoins and you're just staring at your gains, right? The next day, you're like waking up in the morning to see if your altcoin bag is up, right? This is like, no guys, you know, this is going to take some time to actually get into that big rally. So what about Umbrella? Yeah, Umbrella is great. You know, I do have Umbrella. I do have a big chunk of Umbrella. It's at great levels. You know, like I said, I have been buying more Umbrella at these zones. It's at rock bottom levels. You know, it's not too complicated to understand, guys. You know, there's no fancy indicators or nothing here. Just look at where the price is and look how the price is developing. You just need an arc here to understand that the selling pressure is no longer here. You just look at the curvature here, look at the curve, how it's basically finding its bottom formation, and it's going sideways now throughout the last couple of months. So could it extend a little bit more throughout the next coming days and weeks? Absolutely, right? It's just like getting into this little pump here that we had in 2023, right? You get a bit of sideways momentum. You're starting to pump. People FOMO. People that this, that, the other. Well, no, this was not the breakout. This was not the pump. You had a few more months of downtrend. Then the price got the rally. I think we could be facing something similar in, throughout the next coming months. I don't think the proper altcoin season, it will not happen till we actually enter into 2025. So we could be seeing something similar where we get a bit of a hype pump, right? Things pump a little bit, but then it comes back down, and then entering into 2025 is where you start getting those massive big pumps. So can you do VRA and Myria, brother? Umbrella is forming an inverted umbrella. Yes, sir. That is true. That is true. Umbrella forming an inverted umbrella. That is a good pattern. Enough time to accumulate at low prices, says Nomad Man Beats. Yeah, we've had enough time. We've got enough time still. But don't buy into the 100% pumps, because, you know, there's nothing more frustrating for me to buy when we're pumping and I put $5,000 on a cryptocurrency and then it dumps 50% and I'm like down at 2,500 on that altcoin, right? We really want to take advantage at the extreme low levels. If you would have bought Umbrella throughout the last couple of weeks, you know, you are up right now, and for you to be in a loss, it has to break down below the lows again, which I only think that it's just going to bring another great opportunity, because it will pop. It will pop just like it popped right over here. You know, you can get trapped in buying into the pump, but you just need to hold on for a few more months. Then the rally does happen at some point, of course. Mina did that to me. Yeah, also to me as well. I do hold Mina. I have been buying Mina protocol. It did it to me as well, okay? I was holding some Mina at a loss. You know, I started buying this at just slightly below $1. So I did start getting into this pullback, but I was DCAing. Down here, DCAing more aggressively, okay? So this is why dollar cost averaging is something where you just put something every month or every week, right? A couple of $100, you start, you know, buying up some things, and you very much understand that you could go to lower levels. I mean, I was also in a loss. This for me was a good buy, still is. You will forget about that once Mina protocol starts getting to $2-3, right? You'll forget about where you've bought. It doesn't matter if you bought here, here, or here. right? When the price is trading here, right? It's like, you know, at least you got that bag on a great project. And this happened to me with many cryptocurrencies back in 2018 and 19, right? I've bought VeChain and, you know, Chainlink and buying the dips, and it was just dipping and dipping, and it's so long. It takes so long till it actually started pumping late 2020. You need to go after the, you know, you go through the C19 crash in March of 2020. It's like, damn, I've been investing it throughout 2 years, and now we get this C19 crash and everything goes to crap. I was still continuing buying on the C19 crash. Just look at it as an opportunity. Thank you, Andy. Have a good day, brother. Deeth, how are you doing, my man? Thank you very much. You have a good day as well. Whoops. Let's I grabbed big MENA bags for sure. This has been a great zone throughout the last few weeks. I do believe it's still going to be, we're probably going to have some more time. You know, I think this altcoin pump could get another pullback down, guys. It is still early to get a massive altcoin season. When we do take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, we do have the Bitcoin dominance still in a major uptrend. This was explained yesterday. I'm going to explain how it's going to play out. And I know a lot of people are going to hate, you know, no, this is not the same. We're entering a recession. Altcoins, they're just going to pump and do a 2-3x, and then we're going to come back down. Yeah, without a doubt. But we will get that massive hype season. It will happen. It's just the Bitcoin dominance is not going to go up forever, and all of the altcoins are going to die. Right? And Bitcoin dominance is going to go to 80% and 90% maybe in 10 years, but it's not going to happen in the next coming months. So it will top out soon. Investors, you know, cryptocurrency investors are here to make gains, right? They're here to make gains. The project can be great, but at the end of the day, even for Bitcoin, people are here to make gains, right? So there will be a shift. There will be a shift from people losing interest when Bitcoin is above all-time high. And this happens all the time. It's just a natural sentiment of investors. There will be no interest once Bitcoin breaks all-time high, goes to 80K, 90K. It might be an institutional gain by then, right? Then, yeah, obviously it could go to 200K and a 300K. You got big institutions buying up and FOMOing in. Maybe that could be the case. But based on retail and most of the amount of people, you will get a shift of people taking profits on Bitcoin and putting it on L1 mid-cap coins. And that's where you're going to see that shift on the Bitcoin dominance very aggressively. And this is FOMO stage. This is like FOMO stage. I want to get rich. And that's when you get a lot of people entering very aggressively into the altcoins. So Up is waking up. Yeah, good L2s as well. There's Arbitrum as well. I think that's been doing pretty nicely throughout the last few hours. Optimism is, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I mean, these are great levels of accumulation, and we have been pumping throughout the last few weeks quite a bit. I think there's going to be a little bit more time. We might get one more pullback here throughout the next coming weeks. Very possible, even though that we very much understand that September is already closing bullish, which is extremely rare. Every time we've closed September bullish, Q4 has been insane, right? 2023, we had a great Q4, and also in 2015 and 16. So yeah, and for the moment, September has been the most bullish month throughout the last decade for Bitcoin. For the moment, we still have a few days. We could get an epic corrective move, and that is going to change everything. But yeah, for the moment, it looks pretty good to close bullish in September. So Q4 looks pretty interesting. I do think that that's where we're going to start seeing some altcoins popping, right? So yeah, my man Philip, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream, my brother. Anti-aggressive bearish CVD divergence forming on Bitcoin. Yeah, very aggressive. We've got a bunch of long positions here, especially on Bybit. Entering, trying to push the market. This is not enough. It's not whales. It is not whale because it's just a few million. If this started to be 8 million, 10 million on each movement here, it does look like a bunch of retail trying to push the price to break the highs. We want to see something like yesterday, right? Yesterday's momentum was insane when we do take a look at the delta here. We had 31 million here, 26 million. You got a bunch of 9 million here, 9 million there. This was obviously going to push the price to higher levels. But yeah, we're getting very aggressive bearish CVD divergence right now, which is it's kind of an attempt. I mean, I'm in a hedge short. My stop, I'm in a hedge long and short here on Bybit. It's like it plays out or it doesn't, right? Got into the long at support at the VWAP, looking for a swing short opportunity, but I'm hedging my position, right? With stop loss and take profit at the highs, just in case this does not play out. But basically getting into the swing failure pattern from this high, basically today, just in case, hey, what if this is the high? It's a swing short trade, but I'm hedging it against my, you know, I'm in a long position hedging this position, just in case it does take the high and it breaks through. So legends, remember that the World Series of Trading is happening in October, and I want you to join my team, okay? The registration starts from the 1st of October. I will be letting you know on every live stream video update to join my team. We did very well last year, and there is a $10 million prize pool. We're going to do our best to get a piece of the cake, guys. And if you haven't got a Bybit account, you do get that $500 airdrop position, okay? It's with a link down below in the description, and then you are ready to join my team. See if we can get a piece of the cake, guys, from that $10 million prize pool. All right. If you can't trade on Bybit, bluffing is a great exchange as well. It's no KYC, proof of reserves. You do have the 10% cashback deal still available. I think it's still available, but it's a no KYC platform, just with an email and a password. You can start trading in minutes. So let's go through a little bit of news right away. Leash looks a beast. Matic, please. Polygon Matic. I mean, Polygon has been lagging behind a lot, but it will take off. A lot of projects are basically running through Polygon blockchain. So wow, it's just basically got a devastating corrective move. It's really at the lows here. Really at the lows. I mean, the thing is about Polygon, it's just extremely cheap, right? And you use Polygon for the network, and as it's so cheap to send transactions on Polygon, it's like, yeah, the token is like, if the transactions were a little bit more expensive, then the token would increase, in my opinion. But yeah, looking at Polygon chart, it's still very confused. Yeah, I do see it as a good zone to DCA, but I wouldn't happily say that this is at the bottom. It's going to start skyrocketing, but I do think as a spot buy, it's great. Polygon here at a spot buy is without a doubt a good zone, because you're basically at the lows. You won't have much room to successfully break down to lower levels here, right? If it does happen for whatever reason, a black swan event, just hold on and even buy more. That's what I'm going to do, because if you bought more on the C19 crash then back in 2020, it was the bottom. It was basically the bottom. So I do have some cash on the sidelines just for whatever could happen in the next coming months, guys. We never know what's going to happen. Election year. Will we start seeing a proper recession? What is disturbing about something good is that we do have the liquidity cycle, right? We do have the liquidity cycle that is in. We got the money printer, the M2 global liquidity is at all-time highs and just increasing. We very much know that the money printer is going on, especially in China, right? China, I think there's $500 billion worth going into banks. So there is money printer going on, and likely we're going to see the US, obviously the Federal Reserve, doing the same thing. But what is disturbing is the recessions that we've had throughout the last couple of decades that started once interest rates we were cutting interest rates, right? This is just extremely disturbing to see, which, we really need to be aware. It's great, crypto, let's make huge amount of gains. Bitcoin obviously has to be the one, the highest portion in your portfolio. Risking altcoins, make sure to put what you are willing to lose or hold those unrealized losses for the next coming months, guys. It's just really part of the game. I held unrealized losses throughout 2019 and 2020, and it's just what you have to do. You buy and you're in the red, you buy and your bags are bleeding till they do not anymore at some point. Could we get another extension of more months of bleeding? It's the risk that you need to take, my man. So it is what it is. Make sure to not sell the house and get a mortgage and put all of that money into cryptos and especially meme coins, because you will get wrecked. You will not know when to take profit exactly. I mean, if you're only looking for a 2x, maybe you're going to get lucky. But do not do that. Do not risk what's going to hurt you if you lose it, right? For me, it's like, hey, we either make the gains or we stay broke based on our investments. It's like, for me, it's like, I don't care. You either go broke or you get rich. I'm talking for myself. So anyway, we're talking about the interest rate cuts that we've had throughout the last few decades here. In 1990, we entered a small period of a recession here. Also, the dot-com bubble. As soon as we started cutting rates, bang, market crash, and also a recession for several months till we actually started recovering. We got the 2008 one as well. Same thing. We hit a plateau. We start cutting rates. We enter the recession as the rate cuts still continue very aggressively. This follows up by a huge recovery. The question is, as always, how long will it take? The worst recession that we've seen, well, we haven't seen it, you're watching here, is back in 1929, 1929, right? The crack of 29, which took many years to recover. Which was basically a depression. And, there's always that speculation. But usually we have been recovering very, very nicely. So a recession is going to be good. It's just going to be a reset. And you're just going to get very good prices on different assets, right? So we pre-broke. Yeah, me too. I mean, I've been buying aggressively. Some altcoins have, really, really just gone down a lot, lost over, unrealized losses, and on an altcoin that I still believe in. I have actually bought some more, and this is only my belief here, which is Sora Network. I'm at 99% down on unrealized losses on this one. They went into a massive inflation cycle, which has finished, and it's proven on the, it's basically it's not going to be inflationary anymore. But I'm down 99%. I lost over $10,000 on this one. And this is why on these altcoins, you put what you can afford to lose. I could afford to lose $10,000 on this one. I'm just going to hold the bag. It's unrealized losses, but to get up from the prices where I bought is going to be very complex. So I'm just taking it as a loss and even buying a bit more. So, this is as crazy as it gets. The best crypto that I bought in the previous cycle was VeChain. The best moment that I got in VeChain was in the C19 crash, buying at extreme low levels. And I just put $400 exactly in March, and this one did over a 40x. This one did, made, I think it was just under $40,000. Yeah, just around about 20, yeah. Don't know, but made a huge amount of gains. I didn't take all of the profits. I rolled it all the way down. I'm talking about peak, right? Seeing it on the peak on the portfolio, saying, wow, look at these gains, off to the moon. Let's see if we go to higher levels. And only locked 25% on most of the altcoins and Bitcoin, and rode a lot of the profits back down. And it's horrendous. It just happens, right? It happens. Nobody buys at the low everything and sells everything at the top. It's just an impossible event. Maybe one out of 100,000 people manages to buy the exact low and sells at the exact high, but this is something that does not happen. So you just need to take profit aggressively, something that I did not do. On a lot of the altcoins. Did take profits, but it should have taken more, obviously, as we entered into that bear market. So anyway, Sora isn't the official coin of OpenAI, right? A meme coin. No, it's not. Hi Andy, did you take a look at Solana? No, I haven't taken a look at Solana on the chart, legends. No, it's not. I haven't taken a look at Solana. Are you using laddering out strategies as your profit taking this time around? Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt, I will be looking at DCAing out. I mean, I have an altcoin portfolio that I would be happy with a 5x, and this is purely altcoins. This is a $360,000 altcoin. If this gets above $1 million, I'm already going to take $500,000 out from here and leave a moon bag just in case, right? But, depending on, you definitely need to have a strategy to start DCAing out, because as I mentioned on XRP, I had friends, and I didn't buy XRP. Let me put a bit of background drum and bass again. And this is a situation that will happen, except for the cryptos that have been created throughout 2023 and 2022, which is many. The new ones, especially AI coins that, they could hit all-time high and get into price discovery. But ones that have been in the previous cycle, a lot of them will not reach their previous all-time high, just like XRP did. And I had a friend that was buying and accumulating throughout 2019 and 2020. And he did not take profit. Nothing. He's waiting for all-time high. He was waiting for a, absolute moon bag to become a multi-millionaire. And it did not happen. So this is very, very complex, without a doubt. Who would, in this case, who would take profit on XRP when you are below all-time high and you are midway? You're midway to all-time high, right? It's just a trap. It's a big, massive trap. You're just gonna have to hold on to that bag a few more years. So yeah, I feel sorry because XRP has had a massive army. I think the army has gone down. The XRP army. There was thousands, if not tens of thousands of people on Twitter, on my live streams, on everywhere. There was tens of thousands of people. They had a massive army saying XRP to $569. They added some random number as a target zone. XRP to $20, right? And XRP didn't quite make it. And there's a main reason why here. XRP is an extremely high market cap coin. If you are looking to make a 50x on XRP, I have to say to you, you need to look for another crypto, because it's a 33 billion market cap. And, for this to get to the market cap just of Ethereum that has a huge, massive ecosystem is a 10x only from now. And this is just like really highly improbable, okay? So if you want to make some real gains, you need, you know, XRP is not your coin, in my opinion. Yeah, you would do a 5x potentially. But yeah. Bitcoin is finally back testing this level with very aggressive bearish CVD divergence. I have to say, it's not it was not a good easy short position. If you wanted to short here, the market has been extremely bullish. You know, not an easy short as a back test here. Without a doubt. I mean, I am in that short just because I have a hedge long. But yeah, 61878 back testing yesterday's highs. You have increased bearish CVD divergence. I mean, if you wanted to take the attempt, you just have to have your stop loss at the highs. If you wanted to get into that back test. I mean, the bearish CVD divergence were actually ridiculous. They were actually going a little bit too aggressive here, getting some longs entering a little late into the market, in my opinion, with these pumps. Very, very aggressive, high highs on the CVD. And yeah, lower highs on the price action, back testing yesterday's highs. You want to be very selective when you're shorting an uptrend market, okay? You want to be very, very selective. I mean, it was a zone to speculate, and this has to be a bit of a swing short, right? This has to be the speculation of a breakdown. Market is very, very much uptrending, so you know, very, very hard decision, but you would just have to say, look, if this is a wave 1 or a wave A, you can speculate that this is wave B, and you're looking for a wave C or a wave 3 that could break down. So the speculation here was there to take that trade based on bearish CVD divergence as well. I mean, you did only have several $1 million coming up to the resistance, and mainly retail. The main reason why you can spot that it is retail, it's because it's only 3 million, it's 1 million, it's 1 million over here, 2 million, 3 million. This is retail that are getting trapped here. If you would have had, if you would have had 10 million, 20 million, right, entering right there on the delta, then obviously, you know it is whales. You know that it is whales that are going to probably push the price to higher levels. There was a quick wick down. Quick wick down. Those bearish CVD divergence already playing out. I'm not sure what stock market is doing. Let's see what the stock market is doing. Stock market just ranging. We have the open, New York Open, Friday New York Open. Just a bit of internal volatility. At the support right now, very aggressive for a long, to be honest. Very aggressive SFP. I think it could end up in a breakdown just after yesterday's double top. So it's, you know, double top, back test of the level, bearish CVDs, testing the lows, but you are maintaining higher low support structure here. Yeah. I'll take it though. Nomad Beats. Yes, my man. Altcoins have been mostly disappointing so far. Yes, very true. Very true. Of course they have. They've been disappointing, but it's all about the timing, okay? It's all about the timing. When we take a look at any other random altcoin from the previous bull run, and, you know, what altcoin could we take a look at? I don't know. VeChain, for example. The proper bull run, the proper hyped run doesn't really start till you enter, in this case, the 4-year cycle, 2025, right? I mean, this one did get a relatively nice pump, VeChain, throughout end of 2020, it got a devastating corrective move in October, November of 2020. If we're following 4-year cycle, you know, altcoins do not rip till you actually enter the year. In this case, 2025. You know, this one started to move aggressively in December, January of 2021, February, March, absolutely rocketing. So it's kind of Q1 of 2025 that you would expect the altcoins to rally very aggressively. So yeah, Andy, take a look at Brett. I was considering to get Brett many months ago, but I did never got to buy some Brett coins, Brett tokens. What can I say about Brett? Yeah, Brett is kind of breaking out from this downtrend structure that we formed throughout the last, you know, few months. It does look like a pretty solid breakout from these lower highs. We're just currently at the neckline of this potential double bottom Adam and Eve scenario, right? It's at the neckline, it's at resistance. You know, if you haven't been buying the round formation here throughout the last few weeks, this is really not a great zone. This is a resistance area that could get rejected, especially if Bitcoin gets a corrective move in the next coming weeks. It's just not the best zone on some altcoins. If it corrects down throughout the next coming weeks, I would say, yeah, you want to try and, you know, getting to the corrective move instead of buying the pump. So this is at official daily resistance. It's at a daily resistance. The question is, will it break out? Is this a successful double bottom? Well, we're going to have to figure out. If we do close a solid daily candle, then obviously we could say, okay, this does look pretty good to get continuation to the upside. But for the moment, it is just there at the resistance. Just keeping it easy, basic things, right? We're not going to get any indicators or talk about 𝗖𝗍 is out of jail. There's a lot of hype throughout this. This is, you know, a lot of speculation that altcoins are starting to moon because 𝗖𝗍 is out of jail. Early release from the Binance founder 𝗖𝗍. This is a piece of news that I just wanted to bring out, and there could be a, you know, there could be the speculation that altcoins are moving up because 𝗖𝗍 is out of jail, right? This is bullish, right? As Cointelegraph is saying here. This is why we're getting a little bit of a altcoin pumps, right, throughout the last few days, and maybe could continue pumping. Which, yeah, you know, who knows? Who knows? He's definitely a big influence, without a doubt. Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin could be on the verge of getting a larger corrective move. What can I say? There's a small speculation scalp long here. You're maintaining support. You're at the lows. Let's take a look at the previous day levels. This was an option for a short as a back test. This is actually not a bad option as a long. You really need a hedge here with longs and shorts. You're uptrending. You want to get into the last higher low. So if you're long in here, you know, you just need to keep tight stop loss. If this manages to hold and bounces up, you got a high chance that the highs could be taken. But you need to manage your risk very, very well. You're still much uptrending. This is this big massive speculation that this is the high. You did double top. You did fail auction. You have back tested it very successfully with the bearish CVD divergence. Was an acceptable risky short. I mean, this short position was basically targeting the lows and maybe having a moon bag of the short, but you're targeting the lows, which is the CVD target, right? Your stop loss, give or take, at the highs. You've claimed those lows from the bearish CVD divergence that you formed. All of those long positions are just, squeezed out right now. You got, you know, several million entering here at the highs. They've just got squeezed out based on the CVD. So, yeah, they're out of the market. So there is a reason here for the price to bounce back up, without a doubt, to have an attempt to come up to the highs with this internal swing failure pattern. Yeah, without a doubt, you know, they got that attempt. 4 is not pumping. What is 4? Oreo. There is a coin called 𝗲𝗍. Press the like button. Philip, my man, thank you very much for the insane support, as always. 𝗲𝗍. There's a coin called 𝗲𝗍. Is there? What's this one all about? Where filmmakers and crypto enthusiasts, I can't say this word, can collaborate. 𝗲𝗍 is a platform for filmmakers looking for funding and film fans looking to participate in the movie business. 𝗲𝗍. Okay. Is it a low cap? You know, I'm interested. Ones that do have good fundamentals. Is it this one, Marine Moguls or Mogul Productions? I think I would assume it's Mogul Productions. Very low market cap. It has to be this one without a doubt. Where DeFi meets film. Interesting. I'll have a look at this one. Take a look at the roadmap, partnerships. What the heck's this? I will take a look at this one, especially if it's a low market cap. It launched this year. That's good. I like cryptos that have launched that have a good that fundamentally are good. It's a very low market cap, fully diluted, only just over 1 million. I'll take a look at this one. This might be something. It might be something. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Obviously, I will be, you know, a lot of research to do behind different projects to see if they have a good roadmap and you know what's gonna, you know, what's cooking for that project. But I like it that it's launched this year, and we'll check it out. Okay, that looks like a scam. Well, it possibly is, guys. We do know that a large percentage of the cryptos, especially meme coins, end up in a rug pull. Okay, a lot of them. But no, I mean, it has a reason. If it was a meme coin, this is why I'm very skeptical on meme coins, right? You know, you would have to say, come on, this is an absolute big scam. It's a pump and dump like most of the meme coins. There's only a very small percentage that actually does create a solid community and they do not sell their bags, such as Dogecoin, 𝗕𝗶𝗴, and they end up, you know, surviving. But a lot of them of these are like, they end up dying off, okay? A lot of these kind of different meme coins, you know, 𝗕𝗶𝗆. What can I say? This is exactly like the website, just with the hat. Just the official website has this Shiba Inu like this, and it just has the hat. Very skeptical, with no doubt. These end up usually being scams and a pump and dump. But if one has a good reason, right? Filmmakers and crypto can collaborate. I would take a look at it. I mean, it's either huge or it's going to be a big fat nothing burger. We're going to have to see. That looks like a scam. Yes, well, it probably is, guys. It probably is. You need to do your research. There's so many cryptos. I'm not sure how many this year. How many cryptos have been created this year? I mean, it's over 10,000. That is without a doubt. Can you check 𝗬𝗨? I mentioned this coin a couple of months ago and now it has tripled. 𝗬𝗨. Let's take a look at 𝗬𝗨, guys. Without a doubt, we want to have some altcoin bags. I mean, if this one's already tripled, this was already pumping very aggressively throughout the last few months. Yeah, this one, 𝗬𝗨, 86 million, infinite supply. I'm not sure. You would have to really take a look at the tokenomics on this. But yeah, we'll do a bit of research on this one. I do have the tabs here ready, guys. I really like to take a look at projects that you suggest or you want me to take a look at. But analyze reef. I do have a small bit of reef in my altcoin bag. I do have some reef, and we talked about reef many months ago, and I got a lot of hate on this because we were talking about buying reef on this pullback at around about 0.002 cents, and I got a bit of hate. I like reef. I like the project. And it dumped down, and it got over a 60-70% dump throughout the summer, and I got a lot of hate on this. Well, where are those haters? Come back, because if you did buy here from a stream that we did do back in April, May, saying, I think it looks good, a good zone, we were tracing, we bottoming out, boom, we came back down to the lows. And I'm saying this can happen. I never sold this. I still have the bag, and it's up over 150% from where I bought. But if you would have been buying throughout the dump a few weeks ago, I mean, it's impossible to catch the bottom exactly where you put all of your money in. But this was almost doing it 8-9x from those bottom levels. Obviously, I'm happy. I'm in gains. I think I did put a few $1,000s on this one. But it's just to hold on, right? This one, reef, is doing great. It's creating a little bit of, it's just testing those highs from Q1 of this year. Yeah, it kind of wants to break. It kind of wants to break. I got to be honest here. Kind of wants to break. It could end up in a big, massive failed auction. I'm not taking profits. This is to hold part of, this is a crypto that I have to hold on till things get crazy. I'm not going to sell here what I bought down here, but you get the deal, right? We buy. It's close to impossible to buy the exact bottom, so you want a DCA throughout the last few months, and also last few weeks, and even the coming weeks. I think a lot of altcoins are still at great levels, such as Umbrella. They're at great levels. So I sold reef when it was delisted from Binance. Sold the bottom, but it's okay. I don't care. 𝗖𝗵𝗵𝗴𝗫. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like waves as well. Waves, very, very suspicious movements and team behind this project. It did get delisted on Binance as well, because I think Binance realized the fishy things that were going behind Waves project. But it's not dead. I mean, this one got the it got delisted on Binance, and it got an epic dump after getting delisted back in June of this year. But I have to say, it's still a live project. It's going sideways for a few months now. Maybe this is, you never know, guys, the outcome that could happen. But yeah, getting delisted obviously is going to take a hit, but it shouldn't be a panic sell. It shouldn't be a panic sell if a token gets delisted on a large exchange. If you know it's going to get delisted before it's getting delisted, then obviously I would say, yeah, you probably want to sell before the news comes out, but not sell after the delist and it's got a massive dump of 70%, because that is basically literally selling at a loss, selling at the lows, because it will recover at some point. You just need to hold on. Never know. Jelani, absolutely. Waves are low tide. Yes, it does, Philip. My man. Richard, Mescal, how are you doing? Yo, peeps. Honest question. Do you think Bitcoin gonna descend back to 63K before continuing to the pump? There is a very interesting take here on Bitcoin. Regarding technical analysis, it's without a doubt getting a little bit of a reaction at this zone. It's getting choppiness throughout the last 24 hours. We are hitting the 1-to-1 extension, We have formed a 3-wave structure throughout the last few weeks for the moment. Throughout the last week, we have been forming a 5-wave structure, counting a 1, 2, 3, very complex, large corrective structure here in a 4th wave, and now the 5th wave. You know, I would say that this has to top out at some point. Could it go down to 63K? Absolutely yes. I'm counting on it. Even though if it does get to 57K, I'm happy to say that it will likely get a pullback, at least to below $62,000. Yeah, you know, I really am counting on it, but you never know. You never know. Based on technicals, I trade technical analysis. I trade the levels and I speculate on setups. Hedge along at certain levels of support, getting into looking for a swing short at swing failure patterns. You know, it's just level to level trading for me. But higher time frame does suggest that a rollover should happen, unless you're looking at a massive impulsive move, as in, you know, this has been a wave 1, wave 2, and this has been the first wave 1 inside of, you know, the 3rd wave, right? And it's just going to absolutely moon. And this does happen in bull markets. But I would say that a cool off should happen. It should happen. We're breaking out from the diamond bottom pattern. People were making fun of this a few weeks ago. It's happening. It's happening. The thing is, we were having, you know, a more higher time frame bullish than bearish. Lower time frame, I do see a possible topping zone, without a doubt. I do see the price potentially topping out, but lower time frame is still bullish. You're forming higher lows. You're maintaining the higher lows. So you want to be bullish on very low time frames, like 1 minute. Mid time frame, yeah, it could top out at some point. You're ranging. The timing looks like it looks good for a cool off, but it's lower time frame is still bullish. Mid time frame looks like we could be cooling off here, and higher time frame is bullish. You got the diamond bottom reversal pattern with or without a pullback. You know, this is ready to moon. We're ready for the next leg in the bull run with or without a pullback. So, you know, like I said, I'm very much aware of a pullback in the mid time frame. Lower time frame is still very bullish. Higher lows, higher highs, and higher time frame is incredibly bullish. So DXY not happy. DXY getting the dump. Let's see the DXY. DXY not happy. Yeah, it's just wanting to break down here. Obviously, the next target zone would be the pivot low here from July of this year. It looks pretty good. You know, there's no double bottom here. This is not a successful double bottom because you're just consolidating with lower highs into the level, kind of in a descending triangle formation. It just has high probability in getting the breakdown, which obviously is good for Bitcoin and crypto. So we want to see that happening at some point throughout next week, getting that successful breakdown. S&P 500 just getting a nice little bounce reaction at the VWAP on lower time frame. And Bitcoin wanting to pump. You know, Bitcoin is in this uptrend. It's pumping right now. So, you know, this was actually an acceptable scalp long. It's an acceptable scalp long. And the main reason why is you've claimed liquidity from this low swing failure pattern. You're still maintaining higher low support structure. You know, you could be very much targeting the highs. So yeah, that's what we got. You know, would be defensive on this. You got kind of a free trade right now. Does look promising on lower time frames. If we do come up and test the highs, there is the possibility of a internal quick SFP for a scalp, but I would believe that the price will smash through the resistance. If it does manage to get up there in the next couple of hours, I would say that it has a high chance to pop through. But it could swing failure pattern. You're just gonna have to wait and see how the price reacts at that level. It's the only way. We don't know if it's gonna break or not till we actually get to the level, and if it breaks through, it breaks through. If it creates a swing failure pattern, then obviously we got the possibility of another pullback down to the higher low support, right? Just keeping it level to level here till it actually breaks out. Legends, I'm not sure if you are aware, but I've created a TikTok. I do some crypto dances and all of that. No, only joking. Just small little short, just easy, basic, beginner crypto education, trading education. If you have a TikTok, guys, just created it a few days ago, already got 6 followers. You'll be posting up some shorts, just some information here. Also on my Instagram, okay, created an Instagram a few days ago just for basically posting shorts, guys. You have the links down below. We'll be posting a little bit of lifestyle things. Not too flashy with lifestyle, guys, but if you want to drop a follow on the socials right there based on shorts, you got TikTok and Instagram, guys. Cap's too big. Soon OnlyFans, mark my words. You know what? OnlyFans is a great business. It's a great business. It's a great business. There's many millionaires being made on OnlyFans. We know that. We know that. Andy, CRV, please. CRV is another one that I do see the potential where it is right now. It's, great potential. It is just about to pop out from a lower high resistance that we've had throughout the last few months. I do see it as a potential. There was some very fishy things happening with the owner of, the CEO basically of CRV liquidating a lot of the tokens back in, I think it was in April. I think it was this dump. Major sell-off event. But it's still a live project. And I think, for accumulation, just to have something in your altcoin bag, I think it's definitely worth a shot. Why not? CRV in the DeFi space. I think it's great DCAing levels. There will be a moment that things kick off here. It's just about to break out from this multi-monthly lower high resistance. It's just about to get the pop. And it could get up to these highs. And shout out to 𝗕𝗏𝘆, because 𝗕𝗏𝘆 is looking at CRV as well with the Legends trading community. OnlyFans is horrible business. I know it is. I'm only joking, okay? I'm only joking. Calm down. I know it's very sad, to be honest. It was a little bit. I was exaggerating that OnlyFans is a good business model, okay? It's a bit sad, to be honest. I hope you're not following anybody on OnlyFans, you that have said that. But yeah, not a popular coin, but Andy, ADA, Beam looks good. Yeah, ADA, I think ADA is okay. ADA is good. It will get its time. But let's take a look at Beam. I got here 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗏 that's saying Beam is looking very good. Is that Beam the gaming project? Or is that another Beam? Because Beam is at the resistance zone here. It's at the highs. It's at these lower highs. Yeah, it would have been nice to get in on this one on the breakout of the lower high trend or something. But right now it's kicking a little bit, hitting a bit of resistance. I can't tell when you're sarcastic. Yeah, okay. Well, I was a little bit, okay. It's really not a nice business model when you're selling yourself, right? You're selling your body throughout the internet. We have to say, right? Being sarcastic on that. Fourths is looking juicy. High time frame gaming, yeah, higher time frame. All right, higher time frame. yeah, without a doubt, Beam is one of the leading gaming projects. Without a doubt, it's I think it is relatively high market capitalization, but without a doubt, it is a good gaming project. Yeah, just under the billion. On a higher time frame, it looks absolutely very nice. Very nice for accumulation. Just rallying right now, little late on this pump, but for higher time frame, yeah, if you're looking for a 2-3x potentially in the next coming months, I think this one is likely going to reach its all-time highs, as it is a project that has been created in this cycle, right? It's not been in the previous cycle, and projects that are created throughout the start of the bull run or inside of the bear market usually get up to their all-time high, the ones that haven't been in the previous cycle. So yeah, I would really say that, you know, Beam being one of the biggest gaming projects out there will find a bottom formation. Looks like it is forming a bottom formation already on a higher time frame. Yeah, and will manage to rally successfully in the next coming months. Legends, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. That was wrong. Beam was in the previous cycle. Beam is just rebranded from 𝗬𝗫 project. Okay, my bad. That was wrong. You know, I haven't done a huge amount of research. I know it's in the gaming industry and it's in one of the top ones, but it's rebranded. So yeah, this is why, you know, there's so many altcoins. I just take a look at the altcoins that I buy and I have in my portfolio. I don't have this one. I know it's in the gaming industry, but there's so much to research out there based on cryptocurrencies. I'm mainly on technical analysis, and I like to research the coins that I buy. So yeah, forgive me on that one, but definitely a good pick. Yeah, without a doubt, it's one of the top gaming projects. Thank you very much, everybody. We got the CME futures gap weeks ago for CME futures gap. I saw the CME, saw a video a couple of weeks ago from Carl. I thought he saw a CME futures gap. We do have a CME futures gap all the way down here at $54,000. I don't think it's going to be filled. It could be filled, but yeah, the thing about gaps, don't pay attention by gaps, guys. You know, there is a CME futures gap down here at $54,000. Will it get... We got a gap at $9,000 as well, right? I wouldn't be paying too much attention as a trading strategy, right? As in, we need to fill it. Just leave it alone. It might get filled at some point, but it's not really there's no... Just leave them alone. Leave the gaps alone. The main reason why gaps get filled is because the price moves up and down, and usually they just get filled because the price is basically ranging, right? Usually in a range, of course, 99% of the times the gaps are going to get filled because the market moves in waves, and wherever you form gaps, it's just going to get filled because the market moves in waves. But there will be a couple of gaps that do not get filled, and like the one that we have at $9,000. There's one at $9,000 that has not been filled. There's one at $20,000 that hasn't been filled. So there's one at 20k, there's one at 9k, right? And this one almost got filled, but it did not. So yeah, I would say don't pay too much attention to gaps. You might leave them in the dust. BTC pumping. BTC is pumping. Yes, it is. It looks like it wants to claim the highs from today again. BTC pumping, wants to claim the highs, wants to break through. If you did get that into that long scalp, you got into a nice trade setup right there to claim the highs, and obviously I would take profit at the highs, but you know, you could leave a small little bag just in case it breaks through successfully. But yeah, it maintained as support very nicely. maintained as support very nicely. Yeah, this is a moment of, you know, breakthrough or another liquidity grab and top. Gonna have to see right now in the next coming minutes. I would say that it's likely going to successfully break out, because if you test the high, you swing failure pattern, and you back test it and you come back down to the last higher low, if you get this movement to the upside, you're likely going to smash through. You're likely going to follow through. So yeah, it looks like that we are going to smash through and go to higher levels. And yeah, there's not much resistance. We're just going to have to let the price do what it needs to do. I'm popping out now. The only major level that we do have of resistance is the a weekly naked point of control, which is at 66,350. Yeah, but shorting the, I mean, it is a high volume, it is a big high volume node from a week that we had here, and it is a weekly naked point of control. It's a high volume node that has not been tested from the last week of July, but I would be cautious in trying to short these levels of resistance. Because market is very bullish and it's just absolutely ripping, but you could get a pullback from the $66,348. Just a small pullback, potentially a few $100s, just because it's a high volume node, or you could just rip through it. But yeah, market is just ripping, guys. Market is bullish, so you need to go with the momentum. Go with the momentum. Higher time frame. I'm out of the position with my hedge long position. Out from the short. It's just ripping, guys. It's just ripping. So up we go, higher we go, till we do not get a break of structure, or we actually create another new range and we start creating double tops. But overall, higher lows. We're just continuing to rip. There's no sign of weakness. We're not breaking any local structures to the downside. So as we do maintain with higher lows, there's no real breakdowns or sign of weakness. We go to higher levels. Legends, I hope that you have a great weekend. Remember to smash up the like button on your way out. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.